Alright, here we are with the Beeman dual caliber, 17 caliber and 22 caliber. And you see I got two scopes there. I'm going to show you that it's actually easier to just buy another $29 scope and change out the barrel and the scope than change out the barrels and reset the scope. That takes forever. And this thing was way off when I tried it. So I'm just going to set both scopes. We got the 17 caliber in here first. I painted the other barrel black just for the heck of it. Looks kind of cool actually. This is the 22 barrel. So we'll sight in the 17 first, and then we'll sight in the 22, and then we'll switch them out again and see if it stuck. Because I know it's just way off when you use one scope, and I want to. You could actually change it out faster with just changing the scope in the barrel than resetting the scope. All right, so we'll get on with this. Be back in a sec. Alright, we're getting close to being sighted with a 17 caliber. Couple more shots maybe. Homemade bag rest. One more maybe. We're in the ballpark. Just gotta hold still. Alright, I think we got it sighted pretty good. So we'll take a look at the sight, and we'll put the 22 in there and see how we go with that. Alright, here we are. That was my last shot. Shot before that, and then shot before that, and these are where I started. Actually, I started up here. Way up here. Alright, so 17's pretty close. It is a brake barrel, so it's not going to be perfect, but we'll maybe do one more shot and then try the 22 caliber, sight it in, then switch them out and don't touch them, see how we do. Alright, I'm about to take this scope off. This is what I was using my 17 caliber. I want to show you this brake here on the dovetail. There's a brake right here. Now when I take it off and put it back on, even the other scope, I'm going to slide it right up to that, butt it right up to this brake right here. That's how I'm going to keep the same setting all the time. Keep the mounts on the scope, of course, same position, and just slide it right up to that stop right there, and hopefully it'll hold its position, taking it on and off with the scope and the barrel. Alright, time to put the 22 stuff on. Alright, so we got the 22 barrel in. As you see, it's black, and they got the Simmons scope on here for the 22 cal. It was $29. So the total I paid for this was $129. I can't even sell it that low on my website. The gun is at Walmart for $99. I can't even sell it for that low on my website. So, but I know a lot of you guys have bought these, so that's why I'm doing this video. Anyway, so the Simmons scope's a little better than the Beeman scope, especially the focus in here. So let's get on with the shooting and see how this goes. Be back in a sec. Alright, about to shoot the 22. Just wanted you to know that we're at 30 yards and we're doing crosswind premieres for both calibers. Alright, here we go. 22. Alright, a few more shots here. We'll go look at it. 22 cal. Got it pretty close. That was not close. Stinking brake barrels. Oh yeah, blame the rifle. It's not you, Alan. Alright, one more. We'll go look at the target. Do our little test. Alright, let's go look at it. Alright, here we go. 22 cal, all over the place, right? Started over here. I even had to cover some up. Took a little bit to get sighted in, but we ended up here. That was my last shot there. Got one there, 3 on the line here. So we're getting a little closer. And I'll shoot a little bit more off camera just to make sure we got it sighted. And then we'll do the swap. 17, 22, see if they stay pretty close to being locked in, as opposed to just changing the barrel and resetting the scope. Because sometimes you just want to go hunt. You don't want to target practice. You want to change the barrel out, go hunt. All right, here we go. Be back in a sec. All right, we got 17 caliber back in, barrel, scope set for it. First shot, fresh target. We'll see if she stayed the same. See how it do. A little high. But we'll do a couple more shots, see if it's out. How far out it is. Or was it me? That is a high possibility. It's grouping, but it's grouping high, away from the target. So, do a couple more shots here and see if we got to reset it. See if my theory holds. Alright, so I've shot quite a few shots down there, 10 or 12 maybe. I have not sighted the 17 back in. We're going to go down there and look how it did. It's not bad really. If it was a bird or a squirrel, I'd probably kill them on 95% of the shots. So we'll do one more and go look here in a second. See how she did. Here we go. Alright, here we go. That was my last shot. That's why I looked at you funny in the camera, because I was like camera shy or something, or camera nervousness. Anyway, I kind of started up here. You know, I'd kill a bird, put a squirrel. This is 30 yards. I have not sighted it back in. I just switched it over from the 22, so you could probably go hunt with that. It is a cheap brake barrel, man, and it's got the spring in it. Boing! So, you know, it is what it is. I shoot my Marauder and the group would be right there. Huge difference. But, you know, this is a cheap brake barrel. That's what we're doing. See if we can just switch the barrel, switch the scopes, go out hunting. And, yeah, you'd hit what you're aiming at if it's a fairly big bird. If you're not 50 yards away or nothing. All right, let's go try that 22 again. Just put it back on and shoot a new target. All right, we're back to the 22 cal stuff. Tell you what, after shooting my Marauder about 1,000 shots recently, going back to these cheap brake barrels is kind of painful. The accuracy is not too good. Couldn't be me, right? Not me. It's probably this little cheaper brake barrel. But I'll tell you what, I got a Crossman Nitro Venom is much more accurate than this. So you know, you get a little better quality brake barrel, you'll get a little better accuracy. But a lot of people buy this, so it's kind of fun to shoot. It'll get you there. All right, so we're in 22 cal, 30 yards. We taped up all the 17 caliber holes. We'll start fresh with this one. We have not changed it. All we did was switch it out. Haven't adjusted the scope again. First shot. Well, I think that was a bullseye. I think so. We'll do another shot here. Then I'll cut the camera off and do a few more. Got a loose pellet in here, so it might not be as good. Boom, this thing is dead on. Center of the orange. Alright, I'm going to cut the camera off and we'll do a few more shots and go look at it. Alright, one more shot with the 22. First two shots were the best. After that, it's all over the place. Not too bad though. Alright, let's go look at it. Alright, so there you go. too close. A little pulling a little left here. That is just taking it off. Taking the barrel off, taking it back on, taking the scopes off, putting it back on. So I could probably tweak it and get it a little closer. You know, both sights, just tweak it as close as possible. So when you do take it on and off, it'll be even closer. But the 17, when I took it, put it back on, it was shooting a little high. You can see the holes there. It was shooting a little high from when I took it off. And when I put the 22 back on, it was shooting a little over this way. So if you go hunting, you can do some micro adjustments, you know, 1 or 2 clicks this way, that way, as opposed to, this is the whole point of the video, is using one scope for both barrels, man. You'll do whole turns to get it sighted in, and you have to be at a target range or somewhere in your backyard if you have a, you know, long enough yard. So looks like my theory holds that just have another scope for this thing, change them out, and you'll do 1 or 2 clicks to get it sighted in when you go hunting. You just shoot at a tree, shoot at something on a tree, and you'll be right on the money, as opposed to using one scope. So I think my theory holds. 2 scopes with the Beeman dual caliber break barrel air rifle. And if you really want some accuracy, get a PCP like a Marauder. These break barrels, these cheap break barrels are, no, that's just what they are, they're cheap. But we'll shoot that nitro venom here in a little while, do a comparison of the two, and see that a better quality nitro piston, gas piston, does much better than a cheap Springer. Alright, take care everybody. Alright, this is the actual 3rd time I've switched out to the 17 caliber, because I'm fixing to do a shootout between this gun and the nitro venom Crossman. And I just shot 2 shots, we'll do 1 more, and I'll show you that switching it out, even a 3rd time, stay sighted in. Alright, so I just put it back on for the 3rd time. That was my first shot. That's the one I just did. Oh, I thought I hit here. I hit there. So yeah, it's the nature of break barrel. Could be me, right? Anyway, I'm just trying to make sure this thing is somewhat close. I mean, you know, I'm aiming right here every time. The crosshairs are not moving, so and the trigger kind of stinks on actually both the Beeman and the Crossman. But we'll do a shootout here, see what it's like. Might try and sight this in just a little more to get close to the Crossman. Anyway, I wanted to show you for the 3rd time putting it back in. It's still in the ballpark if you go hunting. Maybe 1 click here, 1 click there. Better than whole turns than switching out 2 barrels and 1 scope. Alright, take care.